Welcome to week 4 of the Dota 2 Community League. This week I've got 2 extra special guests, Jakiro and Staglift. They'll be joining me tonight. All our players are in the lobby, so let's get started. I have cheats off. Yep, cheats are off. Very cool. And finally, we have Stealth Soldier on the Lions. That's our other player who's tied for first place. Similarly, a lot of damage coming down to occasionally lucky level 1. I mean, this is what happens when you're a bit greedy with that Time Walk. And now he's walked with the Firestorm. His Shadow Shaman's dead, but he just walks in and gives them a 3-second kill. They do, I mean, Migetsu fissuring in a... I don't think that even hit the Lion, but nevertheless... Fissuring in a Chronosphere, not an ideal use of the spell. You can fissure as the chrono is ending and you will get more value out of the spell. They are going into the Underlord. I wasn't sure that they'd be able to get this kill, but I guess with enough right clicks, you know, I guess they can. Chronosphere, but it also gives a lot of HP and armor, which also helps in the Chronosphere. Speaking of Chronosphere, a big one from Lucky is going to simultaneously catch Underlord and Storm Spirit. With the magic wand, he will time walk off a lot of the damage. Now, they are going to get a secondary kill onto the Lion, and now, wow, great fissure from Migetsu is going to cut Boogeyman's path onto the high ground. So, with the Chakra and Slow and now a Dragon Tail coming out, could this be another kill? Doesn't look like the Crimson Guard is going to be enough to, considering the pure damage from the Timbersaw. All he needs is one Willing Death, and he does get it. Killer Jack does find a return kill onto Migetsu, who does position himself a bit too aggressively, but the tower even now secured from occasionally Lucky, who, wow, gets a big 4 times dilation slow on to the Dark Willow, which just seals his fate. And now, oh my god, the Mystic Snake committal. They're even going to get a pick off onto the Lion. Karaoke Knights with a zip that is way off the mark. Addy Sim does rotate to get the kill onto Gangu, and now an Orchid's coming out for Karaoke Knights, but now he's out of mana. Occasionally Lucky, he doesn't quite get the Time Walk damage off, and the Mystic Snakes are not going to be enough to pick off Karaoke Knights, so a slight turnaround from Dire. Fight recap shows it being relatively even for both teams. Dire getting a bit too aggressive there, unfortunately. Once you get the damage and the overpower attacks cooldown, Dire do get the catch onto Gangu, not a hero that's too hard to kill with the Orchid on the Storm.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
And Radiant definitely lacking that counter initiation tool without the Chronosphere. And how does Lucky get caught out here? It felt almost like he was trying to bait them into an overcommittal, but well, perhaps he actually did. Wow, a great Blink Echo from Migetsu to follow up on the Dragon Tail by Meeseeks, taking advantage of the low mana from Storm Spirit, and I guess Never Lucky has proved me wrong here, as the Uber trip from Boogeyman is going to come out, but it won't be in time to save Stealth Soldier on the Lion. So a 3-for-1. I said Chronosphere's back up, but nothing else is actually, so Dire actually with a big vision advantage in this fight. Addy Sim, I'm pretty sure you want Chrono committed onto you here. Wow! Karaoke Knights accidentally zipping into melee range of Mr. Meeseeks and just getting caught out completely by the Dragon Tail. And this is what I mean. See, between the HP and the armor on the Ursa and the Crimson Guard from Boogeyman, Addy Sim is the ideal target for Dire to have Chronosphered. Perhaps it won't be enough though, as Radiant are getting a couple more pickoffs. They are keeping the Ursa locked down because of the premature committal of the Enrage. Karaoke Knights is going to buy back. He will find the pick onto Faceless Void here, but he is alone. That's a 5-for-1 plus a buyback from the Dire for the Radiant.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Karaoke Knights, I think he can kill Migetsu here. I don't think Gangu threatens enough damage, and he will take the kill on Gangu instead, as a matter of fact. Can we see Chrono onto the Storm Spirit? He didn't TP. His TP is on cooldown. Occasionally Lucky, his finger is on the pulse. He's totally aware. Excellent Chrono. This will easily be enough to finish off Karaoke Knights.
Hey, Mordecai.
What?
Do you think I'm dumb?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I was just checking.
Perhaps a bit of a lucky bash there. Mugetsu making the same mistake on the Earthshaker. Not waiting long enough to cast the Fissure, but not quite the difference maker. And oh, I completely forgot, but Karaoke Knights had bought back after that last team fight, so he is dead for a long time. Check out the Chakram damage onto this Dark Willow. Tower goes down very quickly. Wow, occasionally Lucky being really patient with the Manta here. Does get the Time Walk off, and an Echo Slam from Mugetsu will take down the Ursa. Shadow Shaman with the Ether Lance managed to lock down the Underlord now, and wow, an explosive last 5 minutes from the Radiant are going to result in what looks like a minimum 2 lanes of racks here. We do see 2 buybacks plus the respawning of the Store Spirit. He's going to get the Orchid onto General Master Chief. We'll get the pick off there. A use it from Mugetsu. Fissure comes out. Radiant, they're focusing on the buildings. Nicely done. Dire are going to try and get the pick off onto Mugetsu, but wow, another zip into the melee range of the Dragon Knight, and now Karaoke Knight is out of mana. Occasionally Lucky has TP'd back home,
You thought you were winning?
but I think these remaining 2 Radiant heroes are perfectly capable of making it out. Gangu 69 just going to run further into the base and give his own life to make sure Mr. Meeseeks doesn't give up whatever killing spree he's got, so he's holding smokes, so looks like he might... Oh, he sees Karaoke Knights on the Storm bottom. Looking like he's going to want to get a smoke into a Chrono pickoff onto the Storm Spirit. He's out of mana.
I'm fighting for my life!
Not sure you even need to commit Chronosphere here, but honestly, still worth it. We were talking about how they weren't going to take risks earlier, but now they're taking a bit of a risk, just pushing this bottom lane of racks with without an Aegis, but I mean, it looks like what we're seeing is an inability from Radiant to deal with the snakes. I think there's a gap in knowledge in how to defend uphill here, and we're seeing it now as the Dire heroes get picked off. We see a couple return kills from the Dire onto the Radiant heroes. But the Radiant cores at this point are just so strong that they can just keep going forward without any kind of repercussion. And now we're going to see at least Megas. Finally a GG call from Karaoke Knights. Radiants are already off to a 2k gold lead. And Lucky now, with the power treads, I think Gangu knew in his heart that that was not going to be enough. And wow, a solo kill from Mr. Meeseeks onto Master Chief. Looks like he got a triple raise. I mean, this middle lane has gotten completely out of control. A Fissure from Mugetsu is not going to be followed up particularly much by Master Chief. Just kind of going for a raw assassinate. He does get the regeneration rune cancelled, but I mean, Mr. Meeseeks does a good job at taking advantage of the haste rune to get a kill in return. Perhaps Radiant can use that to take advantage of the Dire jungle. Mid lane we see Killerjack managing to kill Mugetsu while being gone on by him and Karaoke Knights. Finished off by the assassinate. They do get vision of Mr. Meeseeks approaching, but they get vision of him back when he's in the mid lane. But look how slow he moves. With 1 level of Skeleton Walk, but it's enough. Occasionally Lucky was at 3. So after last game he's gone up to 4. Wow, a nice double Echo Slam. This is going to be a 4 for 1. Save the Radiant. Saving a tier 2 tower. General Master Chief definitely overstaying his welcome here. He will get blinked on by Gangu. Karaoke Knight's looking to get a return kill with the committal onto Stealth Soldier, and he will make it out. Somehow General Master Chief is still alive, and Assassinate now onto Killer Jack won't quite get the pick off. Meanwhile in the top lane, occasionally look, he's gonna get the pick onto Sim on the Spectre. Karaoke Knights, he's going deeper, he'll miss an Aether Remnant. He's getting close, in fact he's got the Youth Scepter, and this is an item that is the bane of Mr. Meeseeks on the Shadow Fiend. That Astral Step Aether Remnant set up, not quite there for this pick off though,
Aw, you thought
which
you were
means
winning.
Karaoke Knights perhaps playing a bit over aggressively, but occasionally lucky. They don't, they don't have sentries in the lanes. Occasionally lucky just has complete free reign of the map, and it gives them the opportunity to get a well-timed pincer from behind, leading to an easy free pickoffs for the Radiant, and they just want to, looks like they just want to go back and keep hitting this tier 3. They've got a glyph to protect their creeps if they choose to use it. They do. Killer Jack. Oh my god, I mean, that's just disgusting. And that's a 19-minute barracks from the Radiant. This outpost has been open for 3 minutes, but they just refuse to take it. Occasionally Lucky is hitting tier 4s. This man does not care.
Wow, your deck is huge. What the heck? It's so big.
Gungi 69, this Blade Mail looking like it's going to be their primary way of killing the Clinks, but he's still a ways off it. Meeseeks does get on top of him with the Requiem Souls, but not only does he move away, but the Requiem is only at half strength since he's lacking Souls and Necromastery, and now the Dire have just the Radiant, just have such an obscene lead that they are just free to tank up all the spells from the Dire. You know, they've got the sustain, they've got the damage. It's the Dire. I don't want to say they didn't have a chance in that last fight, but they didn't have a chance if they're playing like that. If you're coordinating a fight around a half-strength Necromastery, you need to reconsider how you're preparing for that fight. And I mean, Boogeyman just soloing for heroes right now. Mr. Meeseeks is going to try and get Lucky off the Ancient, but it's going to be completely in vain. I'll leave you guys now. Thank you for playing in week 4 of the Community Dota 2 League. And thank you to everybody who watched week 4 of the Community Dota 2 League. We'll be back next week for week 5, the halfway mark. I've been Nutrismell. This was week 4 of the Redacted Esports Community Dota 2 League. Thanks for watching.